Let's talk about Anglo American Platinum, which accounts for about 40% of the world's newly mined platinum.
And of course, its operations are in the Bushveld Complex. That's the area around Rustenburg. It's particularly keen about its open cast mines up at Mogalakwena, which is near the old Potgietersrus, PP Rust, that sort of area. And then also Unki and also the Amandelbult section, but it's also got some other mines in other regions.
And it's 80% owned by Anglo American Venkat Srinivasan Venkatakrishnan,
at
CEO.
The top, right? So it's basically wholly owned. I mean, 20% is nothing
Market
much.
cap, 88.7 billion rand, price to earnings ratio of negative 65, currently
Which basically
paying.
means it doesn't make a profit.
Exactly.
You could as well say zero, yeah.
Do you want to take over the intros?
I don't like minus PEs. That's like, what is a minus earnings?
Yeah.
I made losses.
We
and
stand
then,
corrected. It has a 0 PE ratio.
Yeah.
And can I say it currently pays no dividends?
Definitely no dividends. Dividend yields.
Let's look at the share price graph to get some sense or context around this one.
So that's 5 years. But grim there, I would say. Christopher, what do you say?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at that graph, Paul, it's very much in line with what you've seen since the beginning of this year. You've seen this, what I would call the greater fool theory. People piling in on a kind of sector rotation basis into commodities because they think it's the next best thing, because they think it's cheap. It's not cheap at all. On to your point about PEs. Yes, a lot of the companies have done a lot to improve their balance sheets, and I think platinum is probably getting caught up in that whole thing. Oil's done the same thing. I mean, oil, compared to all other commodities, I mean, you can take every single other commodity on the planet and oil dwarfs it. And it's had a bit of a rise, but now it's going sideways. And I think the rest of them are pretty much going sideways as well.
What should Anglo American do with this one?
Well, it looks like it's going to tough it out. It's part of its triumvirate now. You've got this, you've got platinum, and what's the other one in there?
Iron ore in Kumba, and you've got diamonds.
Yeah, and diamonds. The diamonds, copper, and platinum are the ones they're going to stick with. So iron ore is going to get the bullet.
Look, I like Chris Griffiths. I think he's doing a tremendous job. I think they have sold off, those low margin operations in the union section to Sibanye, which we'll talk about later. They're focusing on their better class of assets. They're still the world's leader in terms of production. They've stabilized operations. It's basically AMCU
We don't
now.
own it.
No, we don't.
You're speaking as though we do own it.
No. I mean, I like the guys that running it, and I think it's past the worst. It's kind of dealt with its aggressive and detailed restructuring costs and all of that. I think it's on a much better footing going forward.
But you were very negative about the share price graph. Let me just qualify.
Yeah, well, the share price graph as the sector leader reflects the fortunes of the platinum industry and of the concerns around electricity availability and particularly the dramas with labor in the Rustenburg area. But a lot of that stuff now does seem to be a bit further behind them, and I think the time of dividends and positive PEs lies ahead.
Hot or not, Chris?
No, absolutely ice cold.
Hot or not?
I'm going to go not hot. I still think they have more work to do, and it would be great to see some sort of sustained earnings increase, which we have already seen from some of their competitors. So I'll slip on the side of not hot with this one.